We are live.
Love
We
it.
are live. It is Friday, November 22nd. It is Power Hour, and we are pumped. Mitch is pumped to be
I'm
here.
pumped. I'm pumped
Yep,
today.
he is pumped today. So you want to be here. This is where we talk about everything sharp. We build a slip. We, you know, answer any questions that you guys have. We tell you what's the latest and greatest with the Sharp app, and anything else that we can help with. As well as if you're not a pro member, we'll show you. Usually we'll go over the Sharp report, show you a few things that are going on this weekend. So welcome in, everybody. Looks like people are hopping in here, and
Love it.
I think we're gonna probably do a similar show like we did last week. It seemed to flow pretty well, where we built a slip and then went into some other things, so we're not like focusing too much on one thing. But um, I'm just want to make sure Mitch gets out that stream
Yep,
info,
that's
and
what I'm doing
then
right now.
we'll get started. So
Yep. It's
yeah,
it's
so
posted in our Discord, and then I'm gonna post our Discord link into the X space. So
yeah,
um,
so I'll show you guys real quick. If you are new to this, I will show you our free Discord here, so you can see what we're all about. We are putting out not just picks, but literally winning picks each and every day in our free Discord. So if you like to win, you like free money, come on over. Nothing to lose, right? Uh,
no,
so,
no.
yeah.
I
So,
mean, in every day, I mean, on any given day, I mean, there are anywhere from, gosh, 5 to sometimes even 10 plus plays right in there between, all of us coaches throwing things in there. And,
yeah.
actually for those of you that are here right now, if you go to our general chat, Coach Anthony actually posted the Sharp report in our general chat. So if you want to go check that
Yeah.
out, see where the sharps are betting, we'll get into it later in the show. But if you want to hop on there right now and look, go for it.
Yeah, and almost all of the plays that we do, not every single one, but almost all of the plays are literally off of our Proptimizer, guys. So I
Yep.
mean, it's nothing, it's not rocket science. It's literally we're getting an edge on the books, and you know, we are combining that with a little bit of sports knowledge. I got a little bit of knowledge, and then we're making a play and putting it out for free. So we're also
Yep.
taking advantage of all the promos that there are out there, and there's a ton. So as you can see, last night during that whiteout, we had a couple. Boom Fantasy, who owns Sports Predictor. We took the Ant discount, and you always want to take these discounts. I know there's conspiracy theorists out there saying, that there's a discount on this person, but a lot of times they let you vote on who the person is and in their Discord. So that's kind of how that goes.
It's
But
very cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool. And we won on both of those picks, as well as the dabble play here, which is cool because, every single app has a little bit of a different, you know, uh, has a different platform, and dabble is cool because you can comment in there, you can copy someone's picks. So it's really easy to use and do that. And I saw a lot of you guys hopping on there. So that was fun
Love that.
last night. And then we got, pick six, all kinds of stuff. So here's the general chat where you guys can hop in as well, where Anthony put out the sharp report, where which Mitch was talking about as well. So, but we've been absolutely crushing it on the plays. I mean, the free picks, and it's really, like I said, just the Proptimizer. Like it's been crushing the
Yeah.
2.0. I mean, is just really taking us to the next level here. And I think, I've gotten a lot of cool, DMs from a lot of you guys, and a lot of you guys are joining because you can see that these tools are really working, and we're showing you how to do this here as well. And that's kind of why we have this show as well, is to show you how to use the Proptimizer, and we'll get into that here. So did you want to add anything before we get started?
No, it's just, I'll add this. There's just so many different ways to use the Proptimizer, right? And as I say pretty much every week, like even if you don't use Dabble, like I don't use Dabble, right? That's just not a site that I use. But the plays that our coaches like Schwami and everyone are putting out, they often include other props that you can go and put in your own sports book, right? And look for similar lines in the books that you use, right? And so sometimes what I'll do too is, like, if Schwami's on a play, I'll go into the Proptimizer, type in the player's name, right? Because you can search for that, find the play, and then the top props Proptimizer tells me which book has the best value on it, right? So that's if even if you're not a pick'em person, that's the absolute best way to use these tools if you're not venturing down those avenues, right? Is use the combinations, right? Just because, FanDuel doesn't have an Anthony Edwards discount, whoever Schwami paired him with, that's still a good play, right? Find the best sports book for that play, and then go ahead, throw it in and cash with us as well.
But if you ever do want to join those and get $25 for free, you just type in promo code Schwami and you get 25 for free on Dabble. You don't have to deposit anything crazy.
Wow.
We'll literally give you $25. So, I mean, each one has its own promo, but which is cool. So, and since we're doing shameless plugs, we'll go ahead and plug the Sharp app, right? So, we do have it at a discount. So the update for this week, guys, is it is on the app now. Sharp app 2.0. We're still in beta, so we still got a discount, but it is on the app, which is awesome. I can be in my kids' pickup line for their school, and literally I can be working on plays, to put out in our Discord.
Yep. Yeah. So every single Proptimizer is now in the app, right? So you will be able to go in and see exactly what you're seeing on desktop or web, just like we're going to do right now. So
yeah. So
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Get that price too. Try it. It's $80. Try it. You'll make it back. You will.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right. So as you can see, we got all of the books with the NFL right here. This is just the odds and markets, but we're going to head over to the Proptimizer. We'll switch it over to, we did Prize Picks, we did DraftKings Pick 6. So I think we'll do Underdog, and I pulled them up earlier. So let's go with the NBA slate, since that is tonight, and I know a lot of people like to try to win some money so they can put some more down tomorrow and the next day. So we'll roll with that. I just wanted to type someone in here because I had taken a look at him earlier, and I like Tari Eason, his line, because I mean, if you again, we're in beta, so I'm not sure about the logs on this, but if you look at the projection here, yeah, the logs aren't quite right, but you look at the projection, the sports books have him projected over 18, and then the Sharp app has him projected at over 21 for PRA here. So that's
a great first play.
So let's go ahead and plug that one in. We'll go to Underdog here, and I have them all lined up. Not quite a full multiplier, but 0.92 isn't bad. So we'll roll with Tari Eason as the first play here.
Okay.
So we also are gonna go ahead and use our profit boost today. So we got a nice little 50% profit boost. Underdog is probably my favorite site. Like they just have really cool promos, and then some different lines that you can't really get, like first down lines and things like that, where you can play with the NFL. Really cool stuff. So I highly recommend that if you're new to the pick'em game. So Let's go back here and we'll go ahead and just take a look at. We'll go ahead and take a look at the top props on the board. I'll probably have to filter it out to NBA again, but we'll roll with that. And then, as always, you guys can comment in the, put some comments in, and we'll, if you want to see anything, and we can pull it up. So,
Yeah.
All right. So the first one at the top here is Alexander Sarr on the Wizards.
Wizards. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2. What's this?
Not
Not feeling
It's
it.
just a low number. You know what I mean? Like, it's those props. I feel like are so volatile, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I feel you, especially with a player like him, and I think you got. I don't know if Valanciunas has been playing or not, but I know he's playing tonight. So
yeah.
I don't know how that affects him, but so we can roll down a little bit further here and see what we got. If we're not loving the props. Now, the one that seemed decent to me was Capella with his assists. He's I was looking at his assist line, and we're both in line with the sports book has him at 1. We have him over 1, and I swear he's hit it in like the last 6 games straight or something. He just will dish
Yeah. I mean,
it
if the
out.
logs are correct.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, you pulled the logs down, or?
Yeah.
I don't think they are, but
No.
the last couple games are. But
Yeah.
but as you can see, he does
He does hit that.
hit that line. So I can keep going if you're not feeling
No,
it.
that to me that I mean, and he gets minutes, right? To me, that's the most important part, right? Is like he's on the floor a good amount, like, and so it's guy. I mean, Sarr gets minutes too. Don't get me wrong, but it's just guys like Capella that are starters. I mean, or maybe not starters, but plays a ton. And
Yeah,
it's a
I
good
mean,
matchup.
anyone on
But
Atlanta plays a ton right now, right?
well, and well, yeah, and I mean, Vooch is his opposite, and Vooch is just about the worst defender at the center position possible. So I don't mind that play at all.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, they actually just played as well about not too long ago, and
Oh yeah, you're right.
so I can just pull that up and see
Yeah.
myself while we're taking a look at this. But I believe, just to triple confirm here, because we're gonna make sure this one hits this week.
Yeah, have to.
But it looks like Capella against the Chicago. All right, maybe he didn't play that game.
Huh.
Okay, it looks like.
Maybe he's been
Oh
out for a
no,
little
he
bit.
played. He played.
Oh, he did.
He did. He had 1 assist. So there you go.
Okay.
And just like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games in a row with at least 1 assist. So we're rolling.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Did they take it away though? Did they take it away? I don't see it here. Of course. For all that. I don't see it. I only see it as a Q1 assist. So that's unfortunate.
No.
Yeah. So
Tragedy.
it was a good play. That's
Tragedy.
what happens. Yeah. It's a tragedy. So we need 2 more to do our 3 pick here. So just tell me if you see anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking right now. Let's see. Mine's reloading a little bit. Okay.
And I feel like assists are just, sports betting. And I notice Stats does a lot of assists, rebounds. I feel like they're pretty good props to bet on. I see those with, with the guys and the pros that we have, or we're putting those kind of props out because they're a little bit easier to predict.
Yeah.
So
Klingon
has been, so he's been against Houston too. So what do you think about him at over 6.5 against? I mean, I know
for rebounds.
Alperen's been tearing it up, but yeah, for rebounds, his
I think that's I like that play. I mean, it's got good odds to hit, right? Um,
yeah,
and I mean, some books have their line at 7.5, right, or over 7.
yes,
So I like that a lot. I think
okay,
that's a good play. Let's rock with it.
right on. Yeah, so consensus is -137, and we're in line with the sports books and the Sharp app projection. So
I love it.
nice. So we got a good amount of people on here now. I
I know we're into it. Here
appreciate
we
it.
go.
All right, so we're rolling with. I always think of Star Trek whenever you know what I mean, Klingon. And
Klingon.
you're killing me. So Underdog is one step ahead of us. They're pulling our props.
Oh
Are
my
they on here
goodness.
as well? They're
Who's in
pulling our
here?
props
Who's in here from Underdog? Who's in
yeah,
here?
as
Expose
soon
yourself.
as we are putting them up. So you know we are putting the plays out, the good plays, because that just got pulled. So we're gonna do it here. They're
We
on.
could do. I'm looking at. I mean, I guess what your thoughts are on Siakam under 7.5 rebounds.
Siakam.
Siakam. We
Uh,
got 60% odds to hit on that one. Pretty much every book is at 6.5 on that.
ICP. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, under 7.5 -150. Um, this is not the logs, but yeah, we can against Milwaukee. I think everybody is playing. It's Giannis was
Yep.
probable, so
Yep.
yeah, I just want to check out just his last few games,
Yeah, for
just to
sure.
see real quick.
For sure. I'll run it too.
Looks like he had 4 against Houston, 10 against Toronto, and then 4 against Miami. So
10 might be that outlier.
yeah, I think 10's an outlier. He played almost 40 minutes that game.
Okay.
So yeah, he usually does not clear that 7 mark. So
No.
and they're
Let's do it.
in Milwaukee, so we'll roll with that. And then we need one more play. Like I said, always if you guys see something too, I'm happy
That's
to
what I was
look at
about to
it.
say.
Yep.
If y'all see something, or if there's a prop that you guys want to even, or a player that you want us to take a look at for your own sake, let us know. Right, while
Yeah.
we're on this Proptimizer, we are your vessel.
We are here for you. That is
All
what
right,
we're
let's
here
let's
for.
let's find one more, huh?
Yeah, let's find one more before Underdog is on to us. Malcolm Brogdon's playing, huh?
Oh, is he?
I mean, it has him here over 2.5 assists. That's a pretty good little line there. I could definitely see him dishing out the ball. Is he playing for sure? Is the question. Let's see. I like that line,
Is this
especially
his
a guy
first game
coming.
back?
It seems like it. A guy
I
coming
don't see any
back.
logs for him. Like nothing.
Malcolm Brogdon, and let me type him an Underdog first just to make sure that
Yeah.
he's even going to come up. No, he's not coming up. I figured. So we'll go on to the next one, but that would have been good. Let's see here. Yeah.
We could go.
Let's see.
What about do you have one?
Nope.
Well, I was gonna say Derek Lively.
Points
His
or
underdog is at 7.5 points. Projections 8.5. Projections 8.6. 9.6 on the Sharp app.
yeah, I saw that play earlier. I was thinking about it, and
In May.
there's just so many. They got Naj Marshall now. There's just so many players. I
Yeah.
like it the way he's been playing.
They've got Marshall, Gafford,
Yeah,
Lively,
Gafford,
like
PJ
all sharing these
Washington's back.
minutes.
That's the only thing I would be concerned about
I'm with you. I'm with you.
there's just too many. There's so many mouths to feed there. So
I'm with you. I agree.
okay. All right, so let's find one more though, because
What about
we've been hitting 2 out of 3.
what about What about Amen Thompson?
Amen Thompson. I think I could get down with that. I think I know where you're going. I think I saw that play. Amen Thompson rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, look
I
at
mean, look at
that.
that projection,
There
right?
we go. I like that. So we
That's
see
pretty
this
cool.
guy's minus 161. Most likely that's going to be moved pretty quickly, I would imagine. So let's go ahead and lock in Amen or Amen.
Amen. I don't know how to. I don't know how you say
Yeah.
it. I think it's. I don't know. Let's see if they moved it. Did they move it?
Nope.
Love
Five
it.
and a half right there. It's making me accept. So they did move the multiplier down, but that's okay because we got a 50% profit boost, right?
Yep.
So
Love that.
so we get more than 6 times our money here
Whew.
for plays that are likely to hit, right?
Yep.
So we'll go ahead and lock this in, and I'll show you guys just to recap because in case you missed it. So we got Tari Eason over 17.5 PRA. Pascal Siakam lower than 7.5 rebounds, and then Amen Thompson over 5.5 rebounds. That is our Power Hour play of the day for you.
Love that. I like
Yeah,
those plays. I
me
mean,
too.
all three of those plays had pretty good odds to hit too in the Proptimizer. So
Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
feeling good about that too. So, all right. So, what do you guys want to take a look at next, or what do you want to take a look at, Mitch, today? You got
Well, I think that we have a massive NBA slate tonight, right? Um, and before we even get to that, what are your thoughts on Daniel Jones getting cut?
Danny Dimes. I mean, I think it. Yeah, I think it needed to happen. It's just crazy that it.
So quick,
When did
right?
he get his contract?
I mean,
I feel like he just got a big
yep,
contract.
yeah,
So
crazy.
that was they're just I don't know if you watched Hard Knocks, but they just seem inept. Like unfortunately, I
Yeah.
feel bad saying that, but I don't know if they'll ever do that on Hard Knocks again, showing the front office. But it was so bad. That
The
was so bad.
The Saquon clip will forever haunt them. It will forever haunt
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, and he said he didn't even know that he was on. They didn't even ask him, if he could be on camera or whatever with the phone call. It's terrible. So, and now
Incredible.
look at him. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll
Yeah.
be a great backup somewhere.
Yeah, he will. Maybe safety. I don't know if you saw that too. He was playing safety on the
No.
practice squad.
Oh
So
my gosh, no. And I heard Malik Neighbors like didn't show up to practice too, so it's a
trouble in
mess.
paradise right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, so we'll see. The coach will be next. Yeah.
look, I mean, imagine rooting for an inept organization. Imagine it. Couldn't be
Yeah,
us, huh?
couldn't be
Couldn't
us.
be you and me.
Yeah. That's Bo Jackson behind me. That's the last time the Raiders I felt like I enjoyed watching them. So,
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Why don't we do? Let's go. Let's go sharp report. Let's go there, and then we can go from there today.
All right. We will go to the Sharp report. This is what everyone is waiting to see anyway. So let me zoom in on this and we will get into it.
Yeah, and so for those of you that are kind of following along, if it's too small on the screen or whatever, if you're in Sharp 2.0, there's a tab that says Sharp Report, and then there's two things attached to it. There's the menu, and then there's the tracker, right? And so you're very, very easily able to switch between the two to see how the sharps have been doing, how the squares have been doing, and how the book liabilities have been doing. The sharps have not been doing great. Admittedly, they have not been too hot. There's some months that I tail religiously. There's some months that I just kind of stay away from. Luckily, November has been one of those months that I've just stayed away because they have not been great. Now, what does that mean? Progression, right? They are bound to progress to the mean, right? Especially because they're up. I mean, they're up nearly 100 units this year, right? That's
Or
a massive
regress to the
profit.
mean. I think
Yes, but
yeah.
regress to the
Yeah.
mean.
Positive regression. Yeah. You put them together.
positively regressed. I mean,
Yeah, there we
I don't
go.
know. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I went with progress, but that's
Yeah.
not
I
a
was like,
word.
you put the two words together, but yeah, exactly.
But they're bound to bounce back, right? And so something to keep an eye on. And you all know that the moment that we start to look away from the sharps, they're going to get hot and you're going to be late, right?
Yeah.
So it's bound to happen.
That's the
So
problem with that, I think, is I see that happen in the chat, and I mentioned that the other day. You just have to be careful because if you're trying to pick when the sharps are hot, when they're cold, like that's kind of honestly, that's kind of like a square
yep,
way of thinking in my
correct.
mind, because then you're missing that positive regression, because if they're cold, right, that means they're closer to being hot.
Yeah.
So you just kind of got to roll with it. And if you're starting, that's just kind of the way that I look at it.
I totally agree. And the way that I use the sharp report is you just got to stick with it, right?
Yeah,
There's no like, okay, today I'm gonna play the sharps, tomorrow I'm gonna fade the book, you know, I'm gonna tail the squares, whatever, right? Like that's not the proper way to use this tool, right? And you're not gonna make 100 units over the year picking and choosing, right?
right.
It's being consistent, right? And I'm not saying that you have to, play every single college basketball player, every single college football play, because some people don't have that, right? They don't have the capacity or they don't have the time to put in all those plays, right? But if you're looking for something a little more manageable, maybe fade the book, right? That there's less plays there. Some of the plays that you're going to see are going to be a little more square, but that's okay, right? The squares have been eating over the past few days, like as far as like tracking the report goes. And so, to me, it's just all about being consistent. Like if you're trying to find the hot hand, you're never going to find it, because by
Yeah.
the time you get onto it or you get a lead to go onto it, then it's going to flip on you, right? And so just a word of advice, right, as we kind of move into talking about the sharp report, right? So the book is down 114 units this year, which is massive, right? In college basketball alone, they're down 25 units this calendar year, right? As we kind of come to a close. And so it's important to understand and realize, like, if you're being super picky or super, super picky with your plays, like just try and stay as consistent as you can. I mean, to give you context, if you fade the book, you will have had one negative month all year. Like that's
That's crazy.
really, really great, and those are really good numbers. So kind of going into that. So today, on our final sharp report, we actually have some plays to fade, right? Which is awesome. Sometimes you'll see plays on the sportsbook liability side that are then like, okay, I'm going to play the opposite of them, but they're a square play. Like, okay, do I really want to play that, right? But tonight, what we're looking at here, are 3 NBA plays. And this is actually, I've gotten this question every day. I put out an NBA parlay of the day. It lost for the first time in like 6 days yesterday, where we had underdogs winning left and right in the NBA yesterday. But this is where I literally derive my plays from, right? And so what I normally do is I do a 5.5 point teaser, right? And so when we're looking at the 3 NBA plays, we've got Indiana +5, Washington +16, and New Orleans +10.5. Now, I'm probably going to stay away from New Orleans. I don't know. I can't promise you that, but I might stay away from New Orleans because Golden State's on the other side of that, right? But to me, if I'm doing my parlay of the day, I might look at Golden State -5, get that number down 5.5 points, and then do Indiana +10.5. That's probably going to be what not Indiana +10.5.
So great to have the Warriors back. I love it.
Oh my God, they're so fun.
I
They're just
mean,
so good. It's just
Curry,
it's
if he
fun.
wins without Clay now, I mean, come on,
Yeah,
he's got to be top 5 all time. I don't know. That's just me.
absolutely,
I'll throw that out
absolutely,
there.
and they're just killing it. Like they're doing really well. right? And especially if you're looking at a play like Golden State, right? You see that number minus 10.5, and that might scare you a little bit. They're playing the Pelicans, right? Which are, I don't know if you've seen the screenshot going around of their starting lineup from 2 or 3 weeks ago, or 2 or 3 days ago. I mean, it was the toilet crew. It was the janitors, like these players that you've like never heard of. Including their shooting guard, Reeves, who actually went to my college that I graduated from. I was there while he was there. It was pretty sick watching him play. But
Nice.
Golden State's a great play. I also know it's a great play because if you look at the sharps, right, Golden State minus 8.5 is on there, but crossed out. I don't care if it's crossed out or not. To me, that means that at one point they were sharps finding a ton of value on that play. Right. And even if there's a sharp or two on the other side, like that means to me that that play is still in question. Right. And while we don't have an exact like tracker for crossed out plays, we do have a tracker for crossed out mega sharp plays. Right. And so a mega sharp is any play that has 4 or more sharps on it. And even if it's crossed off, which means that a sharp just came out on the other side, that those plays are still positive too, which leads me to believe that even if a sharp play is crossed off, it's still going to be positive for the year. Schwami, what are our mega sharp plays today? We've got a couple of them, it looks like, or a couple of them for the NBA season too, or the NBA, NFL Sunday.
Yeah, so we have it looks like we
almost all NFL and college football,
yeah,
right?
they're all NFL, so nothing for tonight right now, but we do have for the weekend. Yeah, it looks like NFL and college football. So so yeah, you guys can take a look at that. We got a total on the game, Ohio State under, and then we have Green Bay plus 1.5, and as you can see, the line has moved since the sharp money's come in, so it actually flipped. Yeah. Chargers plus 3. Who are the Chargers playing again? Remember?
I don't remember.
He's playing his brother, right? They're playing the Ravens, so I kind of like that play there.
Oh, they are. Yep.
Yeah. So and then Philly minus 3 and Tampa minus 3. So I mean, the Chargers have been legit with Harbaugh, so
yes,
that's kind of
super. I mean, they've been a good team. They're not, I mean, they almost chargered that game against the Bengals, but
yeah, that's right. So hopefully it bounced back. Yeah.
But a play that I want to look at specifically because of the sharp report is that Golden State over. Right. So Golden State,
what I was going to say.
Over 22.5 looks like a great play. Here's why. So there's 2 sharps on it, right? We know that there's 2 sharps and the line hasn't moved much, right? I think that you can probably still get that line if you guys are on the Sharp app or you're on Sharp 2.0, you can take a look and see what books have what, right, to find the absolute best line. It's one of the perks of the app. And so right now you can actually get it at, it looks like 221 at BetMGM, which is a great price, right? Or just 222.5, which is great. But there's 2 sharps on it. Great. Mitch, what else? Okay, if you look at the whale, we have a love-hate relationship with the whale, but the whale is generally positive, right?
He's up, like 1.5 million or something like that.
Just something minor like that this year. Like, yeah. So this is a very positive better, right? And he's also on the over, right, in that game. So to me, that might be my favorite play of the night. I'm actually going to lock it in right now, and I'm going to take it at that 222 number. Our Sharp AI has it at 222. Looking at the line movement, it's been going up and down throughout the day, which is totally fine. But I'm actually going to lock in that over.
I'll lock it in as well here.
Yep. I'm taking on FanDuel over 222 points. That's gonna be what I hit. So if you have a book that has 221.5, I would grab that as well. But to me, there's too much positivity on that play for sure. So yeah, that's my favorite NBA play
And the money
tonight.
is, if you look at the money, it's also lining up with the play as well. If you look at that on the handles
Yep.
tool, the money, is on the over as well.
Yep.
For what it's
Yep.
worth.
Yeah, and you can in like I was talking about earlier, if you want Golden State, you can get Golden State at that -10, which is what I'm going to do. So let's actually do this right now, shall we? We're going to do my NBA play or parlay of the day. We've been cooking.
There we go.
Kind of as a group, we're in the Sharp app Discord every single night putting out this play and sometimes sweating it together. I mean, last night I had the over in Detroit. It wasn't part of my parlay, but I had the over in Detroit and we needed overtime. Those games just send me. So using the Sharp report, we're gonna take Golden State on the spread, and then we're gonna take, if we look at the what the sportsbook needs, which is what I really like start with, right? We want to play the opposite. So we want to play either Indiana, we want to play Washington, or we want to play we want to fade Indiana, Washington, and New Orleans. Now, if we're looking at a game like the Celtics, right, which are favored at -19, bringing it down to -11 is good, but I mean, how many times have we seen a team come back, right, and just cut it under that 11 number? So the other game that we can look at is Milwaukee, right? And so if we're doing a 5.5 point teaser here, which is what FanDuel offers, and that's kind of where I build my teasers, they're favored -5.5. So if I do a 5.5 point teaser, it's going to be at 0. So we might as well just take the money line there, right? And so if we hit, that's why I don't really want to take Milwaukee there. So we're gonna stick with the fade, and we're gonna go. Yeah, we're just gonna send it. We're gonna do a Golden State Warriors -10, Boston Celtics -16, 5.5 point teaser to bring that down to -110. And so that'll be Golden State -4.5 and Boston -10.5. And that's the NBA play of the day that we're going to lock in.
You got it here first.
Right here. You got it. Congratulations.
And I played it on Rebet for those of you that are in non-legal gambling
Oh,
states.
yeah.
They got a better line than Fliff. So at -110 for the Warriors over at least. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So there you go. There's my NBA play of the day. So, and that comes right from the Sharp report, right? We did that together. Sometimes I'll look at like the Sharps specifically, but even just now, you just got 2 plays, right, for free in that Golden State over, and then we're going to take that parlay if you are in a legal betting state. That's great. Love that. Love that I can knock that out for you all before we leave here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm going to get that posted real quick.
And let's see here. So we did that, and we wanted to make sure we got a good amount of people in here now.
Yep.
So while Mitch is posting that, we got 20 minutes or so, but we did want to open this up to, I know someone in Discord had mentioned, where do I bring questions and things like that, or potential suggestions. So, if you guys have any questions or you want us to look at anything specific for you, please, type it in the comments and we'll take a look, or if you want us to go over a specific game, let us know and we will get into that while Mitch is typing in the parlay here, trying to go like 7 out of 8 or something crazy.
Yep, we're going crazy right now. We are. I found my swagger. I did. College football and NFL killed my swagger. NBA has not. So
yeah, and we've been killing it on pick'ems too, man. Yeah.
It's incredible. So what
Great.
questions do y'all have? Go ahead, send them. Don't be shy. I promise. Let's
Yeah.
talk about a couple games here. Otherwise, we can always talk about our favorite NFL games this week too, if we want to.
Yeah, we can. We'll talk about some NFL games, and then if anybody has anything, type it in, and we'll take a look at it. Or if you have a question or comment, type it in. But let's take a look here at the sharp report for the weekend. Then for the NFL,
A
and I
lot of
think,
good plays.
yeah. So I think the one that I was kind of interested in was the Chargers at +3 against the Ravens. I mean, Justin Herbert has been playing really good in this system, where he doesn't have to throw it 40 times a game.
Yeah.
And the Ravens can't stop anything, that's in the air anyway, right? So
No, they've regressed a lot. That Baltimore defense has regressed a lot. I also like the Chargers in this game. I think that's gonna be, I think that Baltimore is probably going to end up being somewhat of a square play, right? In all of our brains, we think that, oh well, Baltimore is really, really good. I mean, look, they lost to a really good Steelers team that obviously lost last night too, but like that it's a hard division, and Baltimore has not looked like themselves lately. So if I had to guess, we're going to see a lot of money on Baltimore. So I don't mind going the other way on that play, and taking the Chargers at home, who will keep it close. I mean, at the very least, they will keep it close, especially if you can get it at that 3 number or that 3.5 number. That might be really, really good. I'm wondering about the Giants this week too. Like
mhm.
obviously there's a ton of turmoil. They're going to be faded a lot this week. Now, I don't think that you should take them. I don't think that anyone should take them because who knows, right? How Tommy DeVito is gonna right? Tommy DeVito, yeah.
Yeah,
Tommy DeVito is gonna
Tommy
be right.
Cutlets.
Um,
Isn't that what they call him, Tommy Cutlets or something? Because his
Tommy
mom
Cutlets.
feeds everybody in the parking lot or something.
I love
Yeah.
that. I absolutely love that. That is incredible.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, really?
Um, my best friend interviewed Tommy DeVito a couple times. He's in sports media and I mean, just interesting guy. Interesting guy. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Um, One of the tools too that we've talked about, a couple weeks or last week that I'll re-bring up that we have in Sharp 2.0 is our average odds tool, right? So you can kind of see where is the line in certain books, right? When we look at that Chargers game, right? There are lines that are -2.5. There are lines that are
Mhm.
-3. And so, obviously if you're playing the Chargers, make sure that you're trying to find a book that has that +3 option, right? Especially because there's books that are moving it to minus or +2.5, right? And obviously 3 is that key number when we're talking about the NFL.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're cashing in on a +3 and don't wait, right, to get that +2.5. And that's Monday Night Football also, by the way. I didn't
That's right.
realize that until just now.
Yeah, that's right. They were advertising that because of the brothers, and I'm not necessarily, because the money does say on Baltimore on the spread, but I was just kind of throwing it out there. I haven't dug deep into it.
Sure.
Obviously, I would rather have it at +3.5 if the line went that way, but yeah, looking at the handles tool, which and this is why we do the show, because we're just doing it live. Looking at the
Yep.
handles tool, yeah, it's saying that the money is coming in on Baltimore at -2.5. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to have everything line up. I don't know about you. I don't
Yep.
generally go against the tools that we have.
No.
it's hard for me to do. So I don't know that I would take that play as of right now. But if it
Yeah.
did go to plus 3.5, that would be something that I would look at. And then the AI prediction is showing plus -6, so it's showing that whatever that means, that the line should potentially be more than 3 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like that play. And I hate talking about, my Bears, but there's just no way. I'm just telling you right now. There's no way. There's no way. There's just no way. That's really my only analysis. There's just no way. Like the Vikings are favored by 3.5. There's just no shot. I don't know. Sam Darnold has regressed and he has not looked
Oh
super
God.
great, but this Vikings defense is just going to tear my quarterback apart. It's
Oh, I
just
thought you were saying there's no way that the Vikings are gonna
no.
beat the
I'm saying
spread.
there's no way the Bears. If you looked at me, there is nothing but
Just
fear,
yeah,
hopelessness.
that's what I like
Uh,
to see. There we
it
go.
just
I can't kick you anymore then when it's
no,
like
you
that.
can't
When
kick
it
me anymore.
No,
There's
when you're
nothing to
talking
kick.
about how
I'm dead.
great Caleb is and everything, then I can kick you, but
He's going to be the
no, it's no
best
point.
quarterback in NFL history.
Oh God.
Just not yet, you know?
No, they're gonna destroy him, and
They're
any
gonna destroy him.
confidence that he's had has
This
left
offensive line
is
is
gonna
gonna
be
get
destroyed. Yeah, but he
oh my
also
god,
holds the
I'm
ball too
like,
long. He also holds the ball too long, so you can't deny
yeah,
that.
no, I
So,
know. We're working on that. We're working on it.
and
Me and him, we're working on it together.
yeah, someone had a good point. Yes, they showed, like, I saw Peyton Manning had all these interceptions and Caleb doesn't. Yeah, that's because they neutered Caleb Williams and they won't let him, and now he's afraid to throw the ball. That's why he doesn't have a bunch of interceptions, because he gets sacked and he's afraid. So
Uh,
that I mean that you can't compare Peyton Manning's rookie season to his and say, like, oh, he's having a better rookie season. Come on, like, yeah, he's afraid to throw the ball. Like,
I'm just laughing at you saying that they neutered him. That's just what a funny. That's so funny. That's because they did. Oh,
yeah,
Ryan Poles let the offensive line get so bad. This is now Mitch's depressed hour, not the
yeah,
power hour
let's
anymore.
change the
We've renamed
subject.
it.
Yeah, to another team. But I do see the Giants as well on the liability. So on the fade play. So it does say
Fade it.
fade the Giants. So I know Mitch was talking
And
about
to
that,
me,
but
there's two different ways to use this tool, right? Is that, I know some people that have a lot of success with it right away, right? Where it drops on Tuesday, right? As soon as all the NFL games are done, and people just input those lines, right? That as soon as it drops. It's one way to use it, right? Or you can wait until the final report that comes out on Sunday morning, right? To see finally where all of those lines are at. um, I was looking at the Giants game. I didn't realize that they were playing the Buccaneers. I mean, how are the Buccaneers not gonna crush
still
them? I know
them.
the Bucks aren't a great team, but
Mike Evans might be back too,
yep, yep.
right? So
So if that's a line that you're looking at, right, that might be something to think about. Is that line might go up a little, like a point or two, if Mike Evans is confirmed being back, right? So if that's a bet that you're confident in, if that's something that you think that, Mike Evans is going to be there, then maybe that's smart to lock it in at this point, um,
yeah,
rather than before game time,
I think
right?
those are the 2 times. I think you asked me before, but I think those are the 2 best times, is when the line comes out. Those are the 2 best times to bet, when the line comes out, because you can get some positive CLV, some good closing
Yep.
line value if you're on this sharp report, or, if you are just when the injury, the active inactive before the game comes out and the books are kind of scrambling. I think those are really the 2 best times, depending on what, works for you.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, and that applies to the NBA too, right? And so my NBA process, I wake up at 5 a.m. and I look at the money handles tool. It's the first thing that I do. Is I wake up that early before the Sharp report even comes out, and I look at the Sharp app money handles tool on the app. when I'm looking at that tool, I'm looking for under 40% of bet percentage and over 60% of money percentage on any given play, right? To me, that indicates early sharp money, right? Or potential early sharp money, that they are pushing the line, right, a certain way, or there's certain amounts of money coming in on certain plays, but not a ton of actual bets on that play. As soon as I wake up, it's the first thing I do. It's literally the first, before I even shower, I open up the Sharp app. It is the first thing that I open in the morning is the Sharp app, so that I can look at the money handles tool. Then I monitor throughout the day as I can, and then in about an hour before tip. So tonight or NBA games start at probably around an hour if I had to guess. 6 o'clock is when games start today. So,
Are you
right around.
on East? You're on Central.
Oh yeah, sorry. Central dominance, central egocentrism, all that good stuff. Yeah, in an hour, 7 p.m. for you over there.
Yeah.
So I just go an hour before tip, right? And if you have the time to refresh and refresh and refresh, like if a game starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, if you have the time to go back, go for it. Otherwise, if you just want to pick the 2 times, the morning as soon as you wake up, an hour before tip, lock those in, let the wife know, hey, I'm going to be busy for about 15 minutes, just rolling through,
Or
all good,
husband.
right? And then you look at the discrepancies, right? And you kind of go through some of the processes that Schwami and I have gone through today in order to make our plays. So we have about 8 minutes left. If anyone has any questions or wants to chime in or wants our perspective on player props, right? Is Derrick Henry going to run all over this Chargers defense? Is Malik Neighbors playing? I don't have that information. Anything, throw it at us. We have access to the Proptimizer. If you don't, right? And let's try and win together.
Yeah, and I will say this is the cheapest it's ever going to get for the Sharp
Mm-hmm.
app. So if you want it at a lifetime price, the cheapest price you can get, you want to get it now because the price, there's just so much value right now and so much we're putting into this, like with over 70 sports books, 9 Proptimizers, and we're adding and adding and adding. We're going to have more, we're going to add better, we're going to add the different pick'em sites and more sports books. We have so many that we don't even know Australian sports books. I don't know, but we're continuing to put money into this, and it's just compared to the market, we're at a price that is so low and we're putting so much money into it that we just cannot continue to have the app at this, have everything at this price, right? We just can't. So right now, while we're in beta, it is, at a discount. So just seriously, I don't, because I always get that when, a price goes up or whatever is, oh man, can I still get this? And that's nothing I can do, right? So
Nope.
so hit us up now if you want to get it at that lifetime discount while you can.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
So this is a big total though tonight in Atlanta over over 244. I don't know if you've looked at that, but I was just kind of
let me take a look. So we got,
is that the Bulls they're playing?
yeah, it's the Bulls.
And
The Bulls defense is cheese. Oh my goodness. It's absolute cheese. And I mean, so is the Hawks. And I have a kind of a philosophy when it comes to totals like this, right? If the line is that high, I feel like you have to take it, right? Like the book is saying, please bet the over, right? Try this line. And it's just the same, like the Magic, they consistently have lines that are like 204, 203. Like Oh, I mean, come on. 2 NBA teams, they both got to hit over 100, right? Nope.
No.
Right? It doesn't happen nowadays, right? So, especially with a team like the Magic, right, that has incredible defense. So,
Yeah.
when a line is that high, I'm definitely more apt to take it. I mean, it's actually climbed up all the way to like 246, 247. Like, it's
Yeah.
a
That's wild.
it's like just put it on the table and take it, because uh, here's the thing,
That's the
and
blue is
this
how
is
many sharps? Is two,
there's
two
four at
or
least, or
four?
sorry, at
Yeah,
least three.
at least three. Yeah. So you
Yep.
got three sharps on it too.
Look, life is, if you look at the Atlanta total and you see 246 at your book, life's too short. I mean, life is just too short, right? To bet that under, right? It's like, if you bet the under and it goes over, you're gonna feel like an idiot, right? Just like but if you bet the over, well, look, the book won. I mean,
All
it
star
would have
game.
been greatness.
Yeah.
It would have been awesome if that hit.
Yeah. I mean, Zach Levine is playing really well. I mean, he
He's
was.
playing very well. Any
Yeah.
NBA teams, please start to reach out. I mean, it's he's playing at an all-time high. I mean, if
Yes.
whoever wants him, I mean, he's a very valuable asset to any other NBA team.
Jeez.
Um, However, I mean, I'm thinking 7 first rounders, 8. I mean, we can lower that bar, but
Yeah.
that's my starting
That's the
point,
starting point. Wow.
at least. And so if anyone wants to give even just a second round pick, like that might be doable, yeah, he actually is playing awesome. And the Bulls are just, like I said, their defense is really, really bad, and their offense is not
Mm.
bad, right? And so um
Yeah.
life's
Yeah.
too
So they're
short.
going to be throwing up threes. Both teams, they can't cover anything. Both of
Yeah.
these teams, and it's going to be a lot of threes made, and they're just going to be running up and down the court. So
I mean, look, with 3 minutes to go, y'all got Mitch's morality corner. I mean, life is just too short to not see that total hit the over, you know?
yeah. So they did score 238, the two teams the other day. So what's another 6 points?
I mean, come on.
And yeah.
Come on. It has to hit. It has to. It doesn't have to, but it
Yeah.
has to.
What would Mitch do? That's what you got to think. Yeah.
Hammer the over. Hammer
Nice.
it. Well, my friends, we've got 2 minutes left. The last thing maybe that we can talk about very, very quickly is this whole Indiana Ohio State game, and we have 4 sharps at least on the under in that game. I totally agree. I think that it's going to be really low scoring. Indiana's tough, right? And I know that a lot of people have been saying, like, preying on Indiana's downfall, but they're a good team, and there's a reason why they haven't lost yet, right? And I think that is there's 2 good defenses. Ohio State's offense is good, not the best offense they've ever had. And Indiana's offense is pretty good, but Ohio State's defense is really good. And so I think that total is too high. I would actually even bet it down to 51. I think I was looking at my own like metrics, that's kind of the number that I would aim for as well right now. You can probably get it at 53 or 52 at most books. That's kind of my final play. I'll make a better gauge on it tomorrow morning when I put my plays out, but right now, just my read is take the under in that game. Follow the Mega Sharps. They've been profitable this year, and they don't really give us any reason not to take that. So that's kind of my final words here: is take that under, trust the Sharps. They'll get back on track for sure, and make sure that y'all sign up for Sharp App Pro Plus. DM one of us, get that code, get it. It's $80. Give it 1 month, right? It's $80. Give it 1 month. try it, see the pro coaches plays, use the Proptimizer plays, use the Sharp report to get the best value on your bets. And let us know what you guys are playing as well in our free Sharp app Discord, which I've linked on X right now, or on X. Anyone can go and grab that.
Yeah, and we're here to help you too. So,
Yep.
we're not going to leave you hanging with the tools.
Never.
So, yeah.
Never.
Right on. Well, yep, it is that time, and we appreciate you. I think we set a record here with number of viewers and listeners. So thanks for getting the word out, and we hope you got all those plays in, and looking forward to cashing with you guys tonight and this weekend.
Absolutely. Have a phenomenal weekend, everyone. We'll have to talk about next week, Black Friday. Are we still doing it? I mean, I'll be around. So if we want to still push it, we can. For those of you that are, that celebrate Thanksgiving, have an awesome Thanksgiving. Hopefully get a few days off work here and are able to enjoy and relax with your families. And listen, I'm looking at you. You're going to win all your bets this week. I can feel it. I can feel it.
He's feeling it. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Good luck.